Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Barricade. And I gotta tell you, he's aight. He is the very definition of aight. He has some problems, kibble, for one thing's a little awkward. Proportioning's a bit weird. Arm spacing's a bit weird. It's a lot of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot of weird, but on the flip side, there's a lot of good that can be gleaned from this figure as well. Mainly the fact that we're getting more just Cybertron toys in general from like two of the best games, or two of the best Transformers games, I should say, to come out since, I want to say, the Transformers Armada video game. Maybe 2007, when it was the GTA kind of style game. Yeah. But, I mean, what can I really say about this guy that hasn't been said already? He's alright. He has his problems, like him not wanting to stand. Like, his feet are so weirdly done, and it's for the sake of the transformation, I get, but also, like, we have been past feet with no articulation since the turn of, like, 2020 was when we got feet articulation. We should not still be stuck with, oh, hey, due to transformation, we don't have, foot articulation. A weird gripe, yes, but like that's just kind of my thing. Like I'm a little sad that his footsies really are just two flat feet, and that's it. His arms are a little weird too. They like to sag because they're on hinge joints that have to go down for the transformation. And due to just how blocky the entire, like, his shoulders are, his arms are, you don't get a lot of the really nice posability that you're used to, or that you really kind of want from a figure like this. Especially because Barricade is one of the first 3 Decepticons that you get to play as in the Decepticon campaign. Or heck, even in like the first campaign mode that you play in War for Cybertron. It's him, Megatron, and Brawl. Those are the 3 that you get to play as starting out. And now I don't have the Studio Series Megatron, unfortunately. I just have the original release for the War for Cybertron game from 2012. 2012 was FOC, I think. Anyways, I have the original Brawl and Megatron. I don't have Studio Series Megatron, and they better be coming out with Studio Series Combaticons. I want my boys to be properly represented in plastic. Just don't make them like this guy. Please don't make them like this guy. Ways that you can kind of mitigate the very clumpy nature of this figure is to mistransform him, mainly by just kind of keeping the wheels here. But then again, you kind of lose some of the magic that was Barricade's original robot mode. Yeah, so it's your toy. You can, do with it as you wish. You can kind of keep it like this. Stay standing, please, Barricade. Please, just Stay. You gonna stay? Good boy. Okay. So, for articulation, head is kind of limited. You get about that much in terms of him being able to look down. You don't get much look up. You can turn full 360, but it's kind of on tight hinge, mainly due to the ball joint. And unfortunately, he cannot do a suck at Magnus. You can kind of do the same thing that Jaegertron did, just kind of rotate everything out, and you can kind of get the suck at Magnus, but it's trippy. And yeah, because of the gimmick of this toy line, his arm likes to pop off. Luckily, you just pop it back in, but yeah, there's that. So you also get waist rotation. Forgot the word there for a second. Legs can go out that far, which is wonderful. Legs can go back that far. Again, wonderful. You get just under 90 degrees of bend here at the knee. And that's mainly just due to the armature here for the cockpit section of the vehicle. And yeah, that's kind of it. The hands are on ball joints, but again, due to the way that the arms are cast and molded, you can't really do much with it. So the hands are just kind of stuck being slack like that. Though, as you can see off to the side, he also does come with a gun. And this is, I forget the exact model number, but this is your basic assault rifle, something that I actually used a lot in the game, just because I liked how rapid fire it was. I think my dual loadout for that game was the assault rifle here and the shotgun. Yeah, it was this and the shotgun, I'm pretty sure. But again, all you have to do is... Really? You fell off so easily before and now you're being a pain? Really? Thanks, arm. So you just rip the arm off, stick the gun on, and bada bing, bada boom. You are now ready to advance on the battlefields of Cybertron. And these are semi-blast effect compatible. So, in the screen, or in the thumbnail, you can see I have him using this blast effect, because that was actually the only one that semi sort of fit. Any of the bigger ones, they don't fit, unfortunately. Kind of push it in a little more, but that's warping. That would warp it, and I don't want to warp any of my nice, pretty blast effects. So yeah, there is that. Yeah. He's nifty. He's nifty. But now for some wonderful comparisons, yes. Stay. And I figure it's only fitting that we compare him to the original War for Cybertron Megatron. Both deluxe classes, which is nice. It's a little funny, though, to see Megatron... I mean, Megatron was always taller than Barricade, but, like, it was like, this much taller in the game, I'm pretty sure. Not about a head taller. So that's a little funny. And here we have them here we have him next to his other teammate. Here we have him with Brawl. And again, obviously both deluxes, but and both actually having standing troubles, which is amazing. Come on. You know, I'm just going to... And there. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. And here we have them. We have all three. They can chat about the time that they all beat the crap out of Starscream together. Or, you know, try to at least. Pretty sure Megatron is still pissy about that. But anyways, let's get down to transformation, shall we? So the first thing we are going to do with this guy is actually just rearrange the wheel wells, the front wheel wells. And to be truly honest, all you have to do is just make sure that they slot in safe and look like so. Just do the same on the other side. Make sure it just kind of slots in. And there we go. Then we just want to connect everything together. Make sure everything's nice and tightly squozified. There we go, there we go. Perfectly done satellite radio. And then we just take the hip and we just rotate it, or the waist, and we rotate it around. Then we unfurl the backpack, open up the entire back section, and click it out. It is very simple, just a very nice quick thud there. You can hear it. That's a nice click, lets you know that you've done it right. So then we take our friendly arms and we basically just pull them all the way apart. Then we rotate the hand fully, so it's like that. And then it goes right in like so, so it's nice and flush. Squeeze the arm in, bring it back down, and rotate. So we do that one more time. And it's arm out, rotated hand, in, and close. I'm not gonna lie, that's the smoothest I've ever done that. I have always somehow messed up that part of the transformation. I don't know how. I really don't. And then on the armatures here, the little armature right there, we just bring down the entire arm, and this peg here will tab into this port right here on the thigh. And there we go, there we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on, you silly, silly front bit. You silly, silly front bit. Yes, yes. Yeah. You can also just kind of untab the front section. I usually leave this just for the end because there's a interesting transformation bit that I like to do in my own little head canon there. So we bring everything together like so. Make sure that everything is nice and properly in place, just to make sure. There we are, sir. There we are. We're all good. Yes, we are. Perfect. And then we bring up the armature here, and we just kind of half encase. I like to fully bring it down. And here is probably like one of my most favorite parts is bring in the entire cockpit section, bring that down, and then finally we toss everything in. And here we have the mode that I love so much. I am such a fan of like Cybertronian alt modes. They look so fracking cool, especially in the video games, especially when you got like the hover mode and then the full on like race mode or the speed mode. I loved it. I love all the details that they were able to actually put into this vehicle. I love it. I don't know how many times I can say it. Some things I wish were painted was just the black. I was going to say the black section. The back section right here. Just for the added little bits of the vent and the couple more big thrusters in the back here. Something I do kind of imagine is before the war, this version of Barricade specifically was a racer on Velocitron. And it kind of makes sense when you look at the vehicle mode. Low to the ground, very squat but angular. Made very kind of aerodynamic in terms of its shaping. And a big ass thruster pack just at the end here. And you can also take the weapon. And there are two places that you can store it. You can store it here at the back. So there's a port right here. And a little tab on the gun. So you can plug it in like so. You can also use that tab for the arm. I do remember I forgot to mention that. I do apologize. But you can take this arm when you have the gun installed onto the arm. You can take the actual like arm itself and plug it into the back in robot mode just so that it's not getting in the way. But if you don't like having a giant gun bumper. You can arm this guy, just plugging it on top, and now he's got a turret. Now we're going beyond the Fury Road. Alright, so let's get to the comparisons. And here he is next to good old Megsy Wegsy. Oh, wait. There we go. That's game accurate. That looks nice. That makes me happy. This, weirdly enough, I know it's stupid, but this makes me very, very happy. It would look better with the Studio Series Megatron, but I am fine with this because I grew up with this toy and I love this toy. But yeah, so there's that. And here he is with the other partner in crime, Brawl. Seriously, Hasbro, get on a remake for these guys. The FOC Combaticons deserve more love. But yeah, so there's that. And once again, just having all three of the infiltrators just kind of in a lineup here. And this makes me so happy to basically just see the first three Decepticons that I kind of ever got a chance to physically play in a video game just lined up right here in front of me. It's mwah, I love it so much. It looks so cool to just my little gamer eye. But yeah, that is it for the Studio Series Gamer Edition Barricade. Now, big question here. Should you get this figure? Honestly, now that is mainly towards the robot mode. If you're a fan of the robot mode, it's definitely something you can kind of be like, if you have the spare change and are just kind of in it for the impulse buy, why not go ahead. For the vehicle mode, I can't recommend this thing enough. I know people will have their problems, but for me, this is such a nice car. I love this vehicle mode. I honestly do. And I am glad that the Deceptitrooper that we are getting is basically just a remold of this Barricade figure, because I really do like this mold, and just the transformation feels nice and smooth and fluid. Now, to be said about the robot mode, I mean, it's a cannon fodder trooper, so crap articulation's kind of a thing. Other than that, though, honestly, this guy is really awesome. Well, the vehicle mode is really awesome, at least. But yeah, so that is it for my review of the Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Barricade. So, I hope you have enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day, night, or whenever you watch this video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.